Businesses might be missing out on what could be a huge giveaway from the IRS called the Employee Retention Tax Credit. This ERC tax credit giveaway is money they don't have to pay back. Why are we at the grace of the IRS, yet typically, our certified public accountant doesn't offer us all the answers we need? Let me clarify. When the PPP funding came out, if your CPA knew about it, yet they ought to have called you concerning the ERCT initially. Did they? The PPP was straightforward as well as simple, and your CPA probably took a deep breath that they didn't need to venture into the complicated estimations required for the Employees Retention Tax Credit Report, abbreviated as ERTC. Our company focuses on ERTC employee retention credit compensations. With over 16,000 submissions, we have never had an audit issue. The Worker Retention Tax Credit is a refundable tax obligation credit score that was introduced under the CARES Act in March 2020. It was created as an extra to support firms that were negatively affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The ERTC tax credit allows qualified businesses to assert a rebate against their payroll tax obligations for a % of the revenues paid to their workers. These rebates are ERTC for 2020 and likewise 2021. The government policies as well as requirements might change or disappear in the future, so it's a good suggestion to apply now with an ERTC tax obligation expert. You need and want the most up-to-date info from the IRS before diving into an employee tax retention credit submission. That's why you need an expert. One qualification is that business organizations ought to have experienced a decline in gross receipts, plus there are other factors to consider. Other considerations such as supply chain concerns, mandated close-downs, and distancing demands, in addition to auxiliary issues, require a legal opinion. Busy CPAs do not have time to discover an intricate submission procedure like ERTC, timeways. It does not pay them to dive into the complex details. If, by chance, you utilized their calculations, you would have likely obtained a watered-down claim for simply profits loss when there were many quarters you would certainly have gotten approved for. Our legal as well as accountancy companies will obtain qualifying financial quarters for you in case you weren't mandated to close down. We can get you accepted for both circumstances, which ultimately leads to a greater payout. Our clients get the max credit rating amount, that's why CPAs frequently refer customers to us. Several of those refunds have been from $20,000 to millions of dollars. Our company is the #1 ERTC submission company in the nation with 4 offices across the country. Everything we do is 100% certified. There is absolutely nothing we would do to raise an IRS audit considering that we have genuine, licensed certified public accountants signing off on the payroll 941s. When we obtain a request, we send out that submission to 3 different certified public accountant groups. These CPA groups have CPAs along with their appointed legal regulation partners. Not till all 3 of those teams develop the same estimation, to the exact cent, do we proceed further. This is why we have a 100% unblemished track record. You'll not locate devotion and competence such as this anywhere. Furthermore, it will not cost you any type of cash outlay to find out what your ERTC worker retention credit payout will be. When you get this cash payout, it is actual cash that you can spend in any way you want. You never have to pay this money back. It's not going to cost you anything to see what your payout will be. Take time to file your completely free employee retention credit while Ertc is still readily available. If you didn't file for that Ertc tax-free credit, see what you might be missing. Discover what that payout to the business that you own can be. It's free to find out.